The first step in the development of your SEO campaign is research. Welcome to the next video in this series on search engine optimization. If you've not checked out the first video, I recommend you take a look. Here's the link. The first video will put you in the right state of mind to help you develop your SEO campaign. We also talk about goals and measurement. What is successful SEO? We talk about all that in the first video, so definitely check that one out. Now in this video, I'm going to share some tools, tips, and tricks to help you develop a good keyword profile for your blog and website. We're going to talk about the long tail. We're going to talk about some tools. We're going to talk about some resources that you have available to you right now at little or no cost that'll help you develop a really solid SEO campaign. Let's take a look. Now that we understand who we are targeting for our web pages and blog posts, I want to show you an example. Now this is a blog post, but you can use the same concepts as you develop your web pages. I will use this same page as part of the on-page SEO video. I'll put a link card here so you can go to it when it's available. There are two things you need to consider when developing a page. Again, who is that target market? But there are many different parts of this page, and you need a keyword as your core. Remember, each page is an opportunity to be found. So your page should be specific to that keyword or topic. Now in this case, it's how much should photographers charge in 2017. This page is part of a series of pages. In other words, I started this in 2013, 14, 15, and 16, and I had some variations early on in what I named it, but the topic was pretty much the same. And each year I've increased the size and depth of this article, and each year Google moves this post up the ranks for people looking for information on how much to charge as a photographer. One thing you need to consider when developing a web page or even a blog post or industry blog post is to watch out for jargon. Try not to use too much jargon because usually that is not what people are searching for. Now, if you have a good blog post like this, for example, how much should photographers charge in 2017? And I have one again in 2016 and so forth. I might want to create some other blog posts or web pages if I was creating a website related to my core keywords. And so I would like to use some tools to help me find those keywords to help create more blog posts as well as other pages to improve my SEO. The first stop is Google. So I type in photography pricing. And as you can see, here are some options that I could consider. Now you might want to do this incognito using your Chrome browser or Safari or whatever browser you use. You can go into an incognito mode, meaning Google will not use the cookies in your browser to customize the results. As you can see here, photography pricing, pricing guide, template, or calculator are also viable options. So what I'm seeing here is maybe I could call what I'm doing a guide. Maybe that would help me with my next maybe 2018 pricing guide, or maybe I want to create a pricing guide on my website which would help people if I had a photography website I was trying to develop as an SEO. Maybe I could put a photography pricing guide which would help develop links to that site. Maybe create a template or create a calculator. A calculator might be a really good tool that somebody could use and link to. So there are a lot of techniques right here in this example that you could use to help develop authority for your website with solid keywords. Here's a website called Soovle.com, SOOVLE.com, and you can do the exact same thing, but look over multiple sources of traffic. Here I type in photography pricing once again, and as you can see, there are some other options here in which you could consider as a keyword for your website or blog. A common recommendation for finding keywords is Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Now you can type in photography pricing here and get suggestions directly from Google, but you have to remember This is designed for people who wish to advertise on Google. So Google doesn't give you all of the options. They give you the options that make Google the most amount of money. However, you can still get some good ideas with this tool. Another option is SERPs.com keyword research tool, where again you can type in photography pricing and it'll give you a list of options. Now, many of the options throughout all these tools are very similar, but you never know. Sometimes you might get an interesting twist in the list that spurs other ideas which you can use for future blog posts or web pages. KWFinder.com, their app for keywords, is another excellent keyword tool. It's nicely laid out, it's easy to understand with nice graphs and charts. So I would recommend this one if you're trying to find a new keyword, and it gives you some good options here. And it also gives you the competition and what is ranking now for the keywords, and of course the SEO difficulty level, as well as monthly searches. Moz.com does the same thing, and actually KW Finder uses a lot of Moz information for their app. But you can go directly to Moz and get their opinion on certain keywords, such as the amount of traffic you might get, its difficulty, the opportunity, and so forth. So take a look at what Moz.com has to offer. They also have a number of tools that we will share later in a future video. Another excellent tool is SEMrush. They provide some excellent keywords, keyword difficulty. Now you have to remember a lot of these tools, especially SEMrush, are really good for people who are doing pay-per-click or SEM, search engine marketing advertising. So they have a lot of information here in terms of the popularity related to how much it would cost to actually advertise and the value of that keyword. If you're looking for high value, very shareable content for your blog or even your website, the BuzzSumo app is really powerful. It shows you the most shared blog posts and news items that it has found on the web, and it will show you the number of engagements related to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest, and the total number of shares. So if you want good shareable content, which is an important part of SEO, definitely consider the BuzzSumo app for new ideas. If you're stuck and you're looking for new ideas related to your keyword for your blog, just head on over to HubSpot's Blog Ideas Generator, and you can put in your keywords. Come up with some ideas, and here you go. 5 new ideas using your keyword, which will help you in the process of growing your blog and developing authority on this topic. Lastly, a great place for you to go is your own website search console from Google. And you can find that at google.com/webmasters. And if you have Google Analytics, you can easily sign in using your Google Analytics account, your Gmail account. And what this does is it shows you via Google's search results where your website has popped up when people have searched for specific information related to your industry and keywords related to your website. So as you can see, the roshsillars.com website does very well with photography pricing related questions. You can see here over on the right the number of impressions over the last 28 days my website has received with people searching for specific items. For example, photography rates. How much do photographers charge? Photography rates in 2017. How much photographers charge per photo? And you can see the number of impressions. In other words, which are the most popular queries related to that topic? And you can click on impressions and see the most popular ones for that website. Obviously, the social media site BB is a popular one for me. Photography pricing is another popular one. How much do photographers charge? But what you can do is take a look and see some variations that your website is already popping up in Google for. If you don't have a specific page or blog post on that topic, this would be a good option for you. For example, I don't have a blog post on specifically event pricing photography. Now you can take a look over here and see what the click-through rate is, which is really important if you have a high click-through rate. So for example, Photography rates. Maybe I write a post or have a page on photography rates. The click-through rate is very high. This is important to Google. Photo shoot prices. I don't have anything related to that specifically, calling it photo shoot prices. Maybe I create a different blog post with this terminology. As you can see, it has a good click-through rate and a lot of people are actually searching for this. So as you can see, this is a wealth of information. You have the impressions, the number of times your website has come up for this search term, the number of clicks your website has received, and what that click-through rate is. Now let's go over to the whiteboard and talk about the long tail. Now, while developing your keyword research, you need to consider short and long tail keywords. And this is industry lingo that you should probably understand, which will be very helpful in this process of developing your SEO campaign. Short tail keywords are like writer, photographer, plumber, one-word phrases, and then as they get longer, meaning multiple words such as Dallas creative short fiction writer, that would be a long tail keyword. The thing is, the shorter the tail keyword, the tougher the competition. Now, the longer tail keywords are a lot easier to rank for, but there are not as many people searching for them. Now, there's nothing wrong with trying to rank for the short tail keywords. They're highly profitable and certainly valuable if you can get into the top 10. However, I would highly recommend that you combine both short and long tail keyword strategies as part of your SEO campaign. So you do have some maybe early successes where you don't have as much traffic that you could possibly get if you had a short tail keyword win. But your long tail will start to develop traffic for you, so your SEO is working for you in the early days. You can find more long tail keyword opportunities in Search Console. It's a great place to get ideas as mentioned in the screen capture. Keep an eye on your impressions and try to improve your click-through rates. So if you right now are getting 10,000 impressions, try to create more pages that'll help you increase the odds of getting found in Google. And that'll also help improve the number of impressions and opportunities for you to be found over the long term. So that should get you going, but as we go through the additional videos, we'll have more tips and tricks that you can use to help develop your SEO. But for now, take a look once again at the screen captures, the tools that I used in this video, and come up with some ideas for your blog, maybe 10 ideas for a future blog post. And also try to think of some tools or some interesting pages that you can put on your website. So that is your homework for now, and we'll talk to you next time when we talk about on-page SEO. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you found value, make sure you like this video, and of course, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a future upload. And if you want to catch me live, make sure you hit that bell icon and you'll be notified. We'll talk to you next time.